Golden Temple in Amritsar, an abode of peace, calm, and tranquility. The center of the Sikh faith. Every day, thousands of devotees from across the world visit Harminder Sahib Gurdwara. But guns roared in the Golden Temple 39 years ago. This was the site of a major confrontation between armed forces and followers of Jarnail Singh Bhindranwale, who were holed up inside the Gurdwara complex. Bhindranwale, who led the Khalistan movement or the demand for a separate country, was killed in Operation Blue Star. The official casualty figures for the army were 83 dead and 249 injured. A total of 554 militant and civilian casualties were also reported in the operation that lasted for 10 days. February 2023. This is a confrontation of a different kind. These are followers of Waris Punjab Day outfit, breaking the police barriers, forcing their entry into a police station at Ajnala in Punjab. Armed with rifles and swords, they were led by this man, 29-year-old Amritpal Singh. Amritpal gave an ultimatum to the police to release his arrested aide, Lovepreet Singh Tufan.
ਕਰਦੇ ਹੀ ਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਕੰਮ ਹੁਣ ਆਪਾਂ ਥਾਣੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਥੇ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਆਰੰਭ ਕਰੀਏ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਜਦੋਂ ਦੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਸ਼ ਕਰਵਾ ਜਦੋਂ ਸਰ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕੈਂਸਲੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੀ ਰਿਪੋਰਟ ਦੇ ਦੋਗੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਰਾਮ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਡਾ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹਰੀਰ ਚੱਲਦੀ ਉਧਰ ਚੱਲੂ
Tufan, who was arrested on charges of kidnapping and assault, was released by the police on the basis of evidence the next day. The splashing of these visuals on the TV screen shocked the country and brought sharp focus on Amritpal Singh. So who's Amritpal Singh? Amritpal returned from Dubai last year to take charge of Waris Punjab Day after the death of its founder Deep Sidhu in a road accident in February 2022. Wearing a similar attire and surrounded by gun-toting followers, he models himself on Bhindranwale. But is he the Bhindranwale too?
People say you are Bhindranwale too. What do you have to say?
No, I won't claim to be Bhindranwale too. Sant Bhindranwale had a huge, I would say, what we call, he was a saint. I'm not a saint. He had religious teaching, a very deep religious teaching under the Taksal. He was the head of Damdami Taksal, that sanstha that was started by Guru Gobind Singh Ji. And I would not claim to be Sant Bhindranwale 2.0, but I would rather say he is an inspiration of every Sikh. Like Akal Takht Sahib, the highest authority of Sikhs, declared him the best Sikh of 20th century. So Bhindranwale Sant did sacrifice his life for Sikhi, for Panth, for Punjab. So he is an inspiration, but I would not claim to be a Bhindranwale 2.0, but I'll still take inspiration from him.
But what you say amounts to waging war against the nation in those terms. What do you have to say if the country, the state of India, retaliates and rather considers it as sedition and as a war against the country?
No, how it is a war against the country?
Because you are seeking a separate country within.
No, that's a totally democratic thing. Tell me any democracy opposing such things. If India is still a democracy, I noted morning it was. If it is still a democracy, how would a peaceful movement of Khalistan, but with a mandate of Supreme Court, like advocating Khalistan, like even having conferences about it, preaching about it, and even though Khalistan is not my main idea to preaching, I'm talking about the anti-drug things, I'm talking about Sikhi, and the Raj Karega Khalsa is so embedded in Sikhi. Raj means the rule, sovereign rule. And we had a history of sovereign rules. So seeking that Raj back in a peaceful manner is not a crime.
The Khalistan movement seeks to establish a sovereign state for Sikhs. This separatist movement peaked in the 70s and 80s with support from Sikh diaspora. In 90s, the calls for a separate homeland for Sikhs petered out due to successful operations against separatists by the security forces and a general sense of disillusionment among the population.
The point that I'm trying to say is that you are seeking a separate state. Perhaps you don't believe in Indian laws. Are you ready for the response of the state of India? Because what you are saying,
I think we had enough.
They can put you in jail. They can take other steps. Are you ready for that?
They can kill me. For and I think many people really happy to see that, and they were happy about the Blue Star operation. We had a MP, MLS from Sikhs who got killed. We had insurgency period, and we had so much suffering in the period. If you think we still have to face some sort of more consequences, we are ready for it. And what is left? They attacked our Darbar Sahib. What, they will do it again? Are they going to do it again? That's what I'm asking. When people say, are you ready to face something? I'm ready to face anything. But
you're ready to face the consequences.
Because if I have, started this way, I'm, advocating needs for my community. I'm standing with my own people. There will be consequences, I know that. But what I can do? You want me to be silent, let my people die? I can't do that.
So who is killing your people?
Do you see the drug genocide epidemic here? Every village has 20 to 25 guys who got, and some villages has 80 guys who killed with overdose. Who's controlling the drug? Who has responsibility to end this epidemic? Who's not taking any actions?
Do you believe in state government, the chief minister, the opposition, the members of the assembly?
No, I believe there is a government. It's not like, I'm not like, kind of saying that there is no law and I'm the law. It's nothing like, I'm not competing with the government. I believe there is a government, but I also expect them to behave like a government. Like, are they behaving like a government? Is there any justice to anybody? They promised to end this drug epidemic in a week or in 24 hours or in a month. How many? It's a year now. And it's got worse. Like,
When we go around, we see your followers, they carry weapons. How is it a peaceful movement? We saw recently in those pictures, the barricades were broken and entered in the police station. How is it?
So, no, that was nothing to do with the Khalistan. What happened in Janala was the person who was falsely imprisoned in the jail. We went there to seeking his release in peaceful manner. Police started lathi charge there. So the thing is, that has nothing to do with the Khalistan. That similar things happened in Kisan Morcha. The violence happened in the very first day. After that, everything was peaceful. The same thing happened here. There was an 8-second video of violence. Medias keep playing in the loop. That doesn't mean it's a whole violent thing.
Security analysts say government forces have a complete grip over the situation, even as there may be minimal support for Khalistan in some pockets of Punjab. But this can never take the form of a full-fledged movement, and Amritpal can never become Bhindranwale 2.0.
The possibilities are there. Like if he says that he is not another Sant Bhindranwale in makings, probably he's trying to save himself also. Because let me tell you, Sant Bhindranwale still is an iconic figure in parts of Punjab. Lots of persons, they still swear by him. And if he tries to take his place clearly, then I'm sure that he's going to face the consequences. Because he's, like I told you, that in certain sections, Bhindranwale is still a cult figure in Punjab. But yes, whatever he is saying time over again, I don't know who's propping him up. Because look, everybody knows that he had gone to Dubai. His family had moved off sometimes in mid-90s or something. He had probably, somebody said that, he was in Canada. From Canada, he went there because it's all hazy picture. Nobody really knows what exactly happened from where he had just propped up. At that time, like when Deep Sidhu had died, Deep Sidhu had again become a prominent figure in certain sections of a section of Punjabis. Yes, certainly he had become that. That vacuum was there because he had died, I think, in the month of February. Then that vacuum was all of a sudden taken by him. And I'm told that Deep Sidhu's family had also resented that. But yes, the timing, etc., are surprising, yes. And how come? But it appears that somebody must have prompted or supported or helped. Something has happened, but the situation is not absolutely clear still. I think only time will tell what exactly had happened and how all of a sudden Amritpal came here on the scene here.
Amritpal Singh openly espouses Khalistan or a separate country. He models himself on Bhindranwale, who was killed with his followers almost 40 years ago when Operation Blue Star was carried out here at the Golden Temple. How is Amritpal Singh's message resonating on the ground?
ਮੇਰੇ ਖਿਆਲ 'ਚ ਚਲੋ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤਪਾਲ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਇੱਕ ਵਧੀਆ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਪਏ ਸੀ, ਥੋੜਾ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰਮੋਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਪਏ ਸੀ। ਲੋੜ ਵੀ ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਜਾਣ ਡਏ ਸਿੱਖ ਬੱਚੇ, ਪਰ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਵੇਖੇ ਨਾਲੇ ਵਾਲੀ ਘਟਨਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਉੱਥੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਗਏ, ਉਹਦੇ ਕਰਕੇ ਥੋੜੀ ਸਿੱਖ ਸੰਗਤ ਨੂੰ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਮਨ ਨੂੰ ਸੱਟ ਵੱਜੀ ਆ ਕਿ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਇਹ ਕੰਮ ਗਲਤ ਹੋ ਚੱਲਿਆ ਸੀ ਕਾਫੀ ਹੱਦ ਤੱਕ। ਚਲੋ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਸਨ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਵੀ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਕੰਟਰੋਲ ਉੱਥੇ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ ਗਿਆ ਵਾ ਕਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਬੇਦਬੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਜਾਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਕੋਈ ਅਨਸਗਾਮੀ ਘਟਨਾ ਐਵੇਂ ਦੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਵਾਪਰਨ ਦਿੱਤੀ। ਚਲੋ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਥੋੜੇ ਬਹੁਤੇ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਦੇ ਜਵਾਨ ਜ਼ਖਮੀ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਆ, ਉਹਨੂੰ डिफेंस करने में ही थोड़े उन्होंने हो गया वा नुकसान।
जैसे अभी थोड़े दिन पहले अजनाला में जो हुआ, एक बैरिकेड तोड़ के उनके सपोर्टर पुलिस थाने में गए, फिर जो उनके जो साथी थे वो छूट गए, क्या कहना है पूरा उनका? तब तक तो अभी तक तो खैर पंजाब में ही उनको जानते थे, लेकिन उसके बाद अब बाहर भी उनको
जाने के लगे हैं काफ़ी। देखिए जो किया अमृतपाल जी ने हक ठीक भी है, काफ़ी हद तक हक तक थोड़ा सा हम कह भी सकते हैं। देखिए तो ठीक है, स्पोर्ट में हम उनके अमृतपाल।
क्या लगता है आपको उनको, और जो ठीक नहीं है वो क्या?
सर ज़्यादा मैं अभी आपको कहूँ, थोड़ा बहुत है मैंने सुना, मेरे को ज़्यादा नॉलेज नहीं है इसके रिगार्डिंग, लेकिन जो व्यूज़ हैं मैं उनके पॉजिटिव साइड में ही हूँ, अमृतपाल जी
पॉजिटिव साइड में। और जो वो सेपरेट कंट्री की बात करते हैं,
देखिए सर पार्ट पंजाब इंडिया का ही पार्ट है। देखिए तो मैं उसके हक में नहीं कि वो खालिस्तान अलग बने, लेकिन है पॉजिटिव है क्योंकि अच्छा बना रहे हैं वो अपनी।
There are reports that Amritpal's close aides will lose their arms licenses after the attack on police station at Ajnala by his supporters. But Amritpal remains undeterred. Who is backing him?
Sangat, like for example here you eat langar, every gurdwara have a langar. Who's backing every gurdwara? These people are bringing some sort of what we say, everything we need. We are not asking anybody. It's not like, they will say that we are funded. There's nothing called funding, okay? Funding, Guru Nanak funded this whole langar and whole concept of Gurdwara is still going on. It will keep going on. Even after me, it will never stop.
Terrorism has mostly ebbed in Punjab, but the scourge of drug addiction is only on the rise. Punjab has the dubious distinction of being one of the worst affected states in the country, with a large section of its population having fallen prey to substance abuse. The state's proximity with Pakistan has not helped either. With traditional routes getting blocked, smugglers are now using newer methods like drones to transport drugs from across the border. In the past, all the political parties promised to wage a war against the menace of drug addiction. It was the major poll promise of Aam Aadmi Party led by Bhagwant Mann. The party swept the assembly polls, beating traditional rivals like the Congress and the BJP. But more than a year in power, most people say there is no significant change on the ground to make the state drug-free. And it's precisely this sentiment that Amritpal is cashing on. It's also a strategy to reach out to the population and increase its support base. Amritpal says the Gurdwara at his village also functions as a drug de-addiction center. He tells us that most of the workers at the Gurdwara were initially drug addicts who have now been rehabilitated after spending time there and doing meditation courses.
I am at Jalupur Kheda, the native village of Amritpal Singh here in Punjab. Every day he meets with his followers at this Gurdwara. He's sitting behind me and meeting with his followers now. They come here to seek his blessings. His political views aside, he says he actually runs a drug de-addiction center, and a lot of people have got rid of drug addiction just by coming here, by meeting with him and by following his program.
I'm very successful in kind of, when it comes to drug issues. I'm very successful. I have people coming here without any medicine, without any synthetic alternative drugs. They are leaving drugs. They are becoming Amartari Sikhs. They are leaving drugs and their families are happy about it. They have a hope. Okay, so without any backing from the government or any institution, we are fighting against drugs. We are fighting against drug lords who are distributing drugs here, and it's $1 billion industry we're doing against it. And government can do it in 24 hours. They have all the authorities. They have all the rights.
According to a study by Postgraduate Institute of Medical Education and Research in 2022, over 3 million people in Punjab are consuming drugs. This is around 15.4% of the state's population. Alcohol tops the list of maximally abused substance. Over 2 million people consume alcohol in Punjab. These two friends, addicted for years, gave up substance abuse after enrolling at the Gurdwara. The two who met here a month ago say this was possible only under the mentorship of Amritpal. They have now taken on the roles of running the community kitchen or the langar of the Gurdwara and help in security arrangements.
I started using drugs. I came back to India in 2016. I was in Melbourne, Australia. Stayed over for a long time. Came back over here in 15. Got married in 16. I got into drugs from 2017 onwards till last month. I've heard about this place. They do not take not even ₹1 as a donation. So it's up to us, when we leave. But initially, like other centers, they demand money, like 10,000, 20,000, 25,000. But this place, they don't even take ₹1. The best thing about this, they don't use medications.
So you essentially came here to get rid of drug addiction.
Drug addiction and to get better myself as a human being. I got 2 daughters to take care of it. And they tell me the right path, how to. If I'm not okay, how my family is going to be okay. If my family is okay, then we can help our neighbors. Then our neighbors can help this.
But how did they help you to come out of drugs? What is your future plans now?
Meditations, best of things. Wash yourself early in the morning, do meditation. Eat good food on time. Discipline like in the army, they teach us over here. And we set up small goals. They tell us to do this, weekly goals and monthly goals.
Who tells you?
By Amritpal Singh, Baba Amritpal. So it's like a mentor, big brother.
मतलब कोई तो एक प्रोसेस होगी ना जिससे आपको ये नशे की आदत छूट गई. मतलब क्या एक प्रोसीजर आपके यहाँ पे?
72 घंटे के तोड़ होती है. कई जो नहीं झेल सकते तोड़ को, तकलीफ़ को, उनको मेडिसिन चलती है। पर जब मैं आया था मैंने कोई मेडिसिन नहीं ली। तकलीफ़ तो बहुत हुई थी, पर बस ये सोचा था भी एक फ़ाइट करनी है अपने के साथ। 72 घंटे की फ़ाइट है, ये जंग जीतनी है।
तो अब आप यहीं पे हैं तब से?
हाँ जी, हाँ जी।
क्या काम करते हैं आप यहाँ?
अब मैं यहाँ सिक्योरिटी को देखता हूँ।
यहाँ पे आप सिक्योरिटी का देखते हैं। तो आगे क्या प्लान है आपका?
आगे बस भाई साहब के साथ ही है।
घर में कौन कौन है आपकी फैमिली
में? मदर फादर ब्रदर सिस्टर सारे।
उनका क्या कहना है जब आप यहाँ आए और आपकी आदत छूट गई, क्या कहते हैं?
बोलते बढ़िया, सेवा में लगे रहो, अच्छा अप्रिशिएट करते हैं।
But is the fight against drug addiction the only reason for Amritpal's rise? Political analysts disagree. They say a major disconnect between the state's political class with its people has mainly helped to drift the support in his favor.
एक्चुअली उसकी राइज का बहुत पहला क्रिटिकल कारण ये है कि एक लंबे अरसे से पंजाब में लीडरशिप जो है वो डाइल्यूट हो चुकी है, चाहे वो कांग्रेस की है, चाहे अकाली दल की है, चाहे किसी और पार्टी की है। पहली कतार की लीडरशिप टोटली डाइल्यूट है, उन पे लोग विश्वास नहीं कर रहे। सेकंड कतार की जो लीडरशिप है वो डिस्टेबल है कि कहाँ जाना है, दे डोंट नो। सुबह भाजपा में होते हैं, शाम को कांग्रेस में होते हैं, रात को आम आदमी पार्टी में होते हैं, फिर अकाली दल में आ जाते हैं। उनको लोगों के लिए कुछ भी नहीं करना, वो सिर्फ अपने लिए जी रहे हैं। लोगों के मसले ज्यों के त्यों हैं। उसके बाद हर पार्टी के पास एक यूथ विंग है। सवाल ये है कि अभी तक यूथ विंग हर पार्टी की ताकत रहा है। आज यूथ विंग भी गुलाम बना दिया गया है। यूथ विंग कोई फैसला इंडिपेंडेंट नहीं ले सकता, उनकी अलायंस उनकी पार्टी की तरफ ही मानी जाती है। अगर कोई यूथ को मुश्किल आ जाए तो ऊपर वाले कह देते हैं कि भैया हम क्या करें, सरकार है। जो ये समझौतावादी कांग्रेस जो पार्टी है, सियासी पार्टियों की नीति है, ये कहीं ना कहीं अंदर से अंदर बगावत पैदा कर रही है। उसी में से एक नौजवान राइज करता है, बस उसी में से यूथ लीडरशिप जो है, इंडिपेंडेंट यूथ लीडरशिप का राइज हुआ है।
But the question that's being asked that despite clearly taking a separatist stand, why no action hasn't been taken against Amritpal by the law enforcing agencies? Will a long rope given to Amritpal push the state to another wave of violence and terrorism?
I'm surprised that till now no action has been taken by the government, whether it's Punjab government or central government, and otherwise I know the governments are always very prompt and hyper in registering cases, but till now no action has been taken against Amritpal. That certainly surprises everybody, not only me, but I'm sure even you and the entire your journalistic circle and common people. Everybody's surprised that why no action's been taken against him. Yes, and we might be asking for Khalistan, but again, rest assured that this demand is not going to cut any ice in Punjab. No way. So that's just not possible, because people have suffered and they know the price they had to pay. Whatever their religion was, whatever community they belong to. So yes, situation is like that. I don't think there are going to be any takers. Yes, but again, that lone voice can certainly do damage, like I said, splinter elements, etc. They'll get encouraged. Maybe lots of money will start getting pumped into Punjab by a section of diaspora or maybe ISI or whosoever are trying to orchestrate the entire thing. So yes, we'll have to wait and see.
Amritpal's rise may not be coincidental, with unemployment and drug addiction on the rise and the youth of Punjab turning to foreign lands for a better future. The state giving hope to its people will also be a factor to wean away the support that radical leaders like Amritpal are able to garner.
It's great to see you here. Thank you for watching our work. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to click the bell icon and subscribe to Mojo Story and support independent, robust journalism.